Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a shadow work reading, see if we can see what's going on in the shadows for you with the full moon energy and all the stuff that's been in Pisces lately. I've personally been facing a lot of shadows, so I felt like this might be beneficial for the collective as a whole to find out maybe where we need to kind of do some inner shadow work healing. So this will be a shadow work reading for Scorpio for, let's say, this month and next month. Let's see what shadows might need to be addressed for my Scorpio collective. Let's see what's hiding in the shadows that Scorpio needs to see. Okay, so we have atonement. And that's too many cards. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not well versed with these, so I'm going to have to read them from the book. So we're just going to reshuffle and try again. Let's see. One card for... You might have a lot of shadows, but we're just looking at one today. One shadow, please, for the Scorpio collective. It says, I won't cry for you. She's got blood streaking out of her eyes. Maybe the number 22 could be of a significance to you as well. I know 22 is one of those numbers I see, and I receive all kinds of messages. Okay, so it says, I won't cry for you. Breaking up can only be done by two people. One will do it earlier, maybe, but sooner or later the other will follow. One can afford to do it with words and actions. The other probably will only be able to do inside her own heart. It's painful, it's definite, it's hard, it's sometimes necessary. Breaking up is not just letting go of a person. You are letting go of a part of yourself, of hopes and dreams and trusts. You let go of feelings and memories. You let go of the emptiness you felt and the connection you relied on. Anger will help at the beginning, but the last part of the road cannot be done by just anger alone. Closure comes when you dry up your tears. It's a gorgeous moment when you allow yourself to frankly don't give a damn about it. All that was past is not a credit or a debt. It's just suddenly no more than a gift. You can raise your chin. After all, tomorrow is another day. I gave you my last gift. I shed my last tear for you. It's time not to let you free, but to let myself free. So what I'm getting from this is there could have been a painful breakup, whether it be recently or in the past, that still kind of lingers in your heart. And it's time to really look at those pains, cry them out, get mad at first, whatever you have to do in order to release it so that way you can let it go. Because something seems to be in the shadows just still needing to be processed. And I'm doing these karma cards as well. I haven't really worked with them much either, but I figured they'd be good for shadow work. Karma, shadow work, it's all the same. Let's see. We have, and basically it gives you the planet, the sign, and the house that it is in, that possibly you could look up and refer back to of like how maybe you can heal it. Alright, one more. What house? Okay, so we have got Saturn in Cancer in the 6th house. And what it's saying is the maturity that brings intuition to protect, service to others. And then caution regarding attitudes from the past about what is good for you. And then it says limits imposed resulting from the history of your work. I was actually having a conversation with my daughter about this earlier, about how like some people's love language is like service to others. And maybe that goes right along with this because she is a Scorpio as well. So the maturity that you gain is also providing some intuition to protect you from doing service to others if they're not good for you. So like it said, caution regarding attitudes from the past about what is good for us. Sometimes we go for things that are not good for us, and we invest a lot into those situations and don't get it back in return. And then what you learn from it is you get the intuition to protect yourself. You know what's no longer good and bad, and we change it. Some people go back into those situations over and over and over again because they're not learning the lesson. They're not learning that, like, what looks good to us may not be good for us. And then it says limits have been imposed resulting from the history of your work. So you may have limited the way that you care for other people, possibly, or how much you give into situations. Maybe you're giving the bare minimum now compared to when you used to give everything. So it's a time to really, like, get in touch with the part of yourself that's limiting what good you can bring to this world. Like using your pain for fuel to go forward, you know, learning that it was all divinely guided to you in order for you to heal it. And if you don't change it, then it's just going to keep repeating. So it might be a repeating cycle for you that it just needs to be cried out, grieved, really just worked on. Maybe your connection with spirit needs to be worked on, so that way that intuition can, protect you. Okay. So we have here the Two of Pentacles. It shows you maybe in the past were indecisive. Maybe you didn't rely on your spirit enough to make choices for you. So not only have you may sat in a place of juggling or felt like you had one foot in the door and one foot out at all times. There was a balance that needed to happen within this. But you see there's a watch here. So everything happens in divine time. Like, don't look back at what happened or what you did or what you didn't get back. It's time to make a choice to choose you. You know, your path that you're destined to walk. You're on it. You might just need to look back, work on some things, cry some things out, get angry, whatever it is that's going to, like, maybe even use the pain to fuel projects. Because in the present moment, you're sitting in this Three of Swords energy, and that's hurt from the heart. And it's probably not even a recent hurt. The Three of Swords is like the thoughts of the pain that keeps circling around in your mind. Sometimes we've just got to accept that something is gone and it's not coming back. Just surrender it. You know, it might come back, it might not, but it doesn't really matter at this moment in time. If you're hurting, look at the hurt. Look at the thoughts. Really work on, like, what is best for you to get rid of this pain within your heart. And it does show that in the near future you will be of service to others. You're going to make a definite mark on this world with this Ace of Wands. This is the strength to endure. This is the strength to push forward. This is the strength to keep going. It's the strength to let go of the hurts that have possibly kept us in limbo for so long. I'm going to pull some Queen of the Moon cards to finish it off. Well, not finish it off, but let's see. We've got Blossoming, Fear, and Peace. That's beautiful. So, in the recent past, you were blossoming. The things that happened to you, the number 33 could also be of significance because you got 33, 11, 28. Something in the past taught you something. It really ignited something within you. I'm trying to see the best way to say this. Like, you were given something, and it was in its immature state. You felt like you were blossoming, and there was something that you were doing. It looks, you know, she's playing this violin here. So you could have been into music. You could have been into some creative project. You could have been starting college. But something was blossoming in the past that you may need to look back on and realize that your fear kept you from really experiencing what could have been. If you didn't let the fear cloud your thoughts. In the fear card also, there's a inner child, you know, this egg inside of her that's crying because, you know, children aren't really scared of much unless you tell them that there's something to be scared of. So this is almost to me like the Eight of Swords, the fears that confine you to a cage, the fears that keep your inner child trapped, like you're not able to express yourself because of fear of how other people look at you. But there was something, or there is something inside of you that's calling for you to move past this pain and this fear because you've got such a huge potential with some gift that you've been given. And it's time to just move, you know, it's time to grieve it because what's coming for you in the near future is peace. Beautiful. Like you're going to take that step. You're going to take that initiative. You're going to use that fire from your past to propel you. And you could go do good for others. You know, service to others is here. Remember what is good for you. You know, what gives you peace. This is what you're going to be doing in the near future. What brings you peace. You know, what's going to lead you to peace. It's letting go of the fear and the pain of the past because it's gone. Just say, I will not cry for you anymore. Like, cry so many tears that you don't have a tear left for the situation. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple yin yang and then some rebel decks to close it out. Let's see if we have any more information for my Scorpio collective, please. Okay, we have got assistance, spirit guides, chemistry, passion, and sun, strength, and empowerment. Your happiness is coming. Your spirit guides have got your back. They're assisting you in this situation. They're leading you towards something that's going to not only bring you happiness and strength and self-empowerment, they're also going to bring in that chemistry, the passion from another person. And even if it's finding that chemistry and passion within yourself, either way, you're going to be powerful. Maybe yoga is something you could do because she's in a yoga position and so is this sun position here. But you're being assisted during this time. Your spirit guides are strong, watching out for you. So I'm gonna end it on a lighthearted note because of its shadow. I'm gonna pull some Rebel deck. Rebel deck is kind of funny. If you don't like cursing, then you know I'd say I'll see you in the next one. But let's see, what do we have? Okay. Alright, so the first one says you are being shady. Watch out, shit could get ugly. What are you doing, Scorpio? It says some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. It could be why you're being shady. Don't let those issues fuck you up. It says it's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out your ass pronto. And then it says laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? So lately you might have been too serious. Like something happened and you just constantly replay it in your head and replay it and replay it. When your natural energy is to give to others, to laugh, to have a good time. Some good shit is about to happen though. Maybe just face that fear. Because fear and pain can turn us into people that hurt other people. Like hurt people hurt people. So get rid of the hurt. I mean, and I know that I'm saying it like it's such an easy thing to do. But sometimes we have to look back and just heal it. Because if we carry it around, it's like just extra baggage that we don't need. We got enough shit to carry, right? Well, I love you guys. I hope you got something from this. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.